Euroclear is the European institution, or the institution in Europe, I should say, that has the majority of the frozen Russian assets at this stage. And therefore, they are critical in the context of these ongoing conversations on how to further finance Ukraine. The move this morning surprised some in Europe. We heard from the Russian central bank suggesting that they are suing Euroclear. And this is important because, as I've highlighted, it's coming at a critical point in conversations on how to use these frozen assets to further finance Ukraine. We have heard from Euroclear. They're saying that for the time being, they are not commenting on this story. And it is unclear at this stage what the legal implications are. However, the political implications are crucial here. We haven't had the chance to hear from the Belgian government yet. They are indeed the country that perhaps has the strongest say at this stage in order to understand whether the EU is going to use these funds to further finance Ukraine. But indeed, we have reached out for comments, so let's see whether they will announce anything in this regard. The question is whether this move from the Russian central bank today could prevent, stop, or scare to some extent the Belgian government to say yes to using frozen Russian assets for further financing for Ukraine. And so I have been reaching out to several of my sources in Brussels. One of them actually very close to the conversations on how to use these funds told me earlier this morning that the announcement from Russia is a scare tactic ahead of the summit. This is the EU leaders gathering due late next week. The same source said you can expect Russia to pile all kinds of pressure on Belgium. So at this stage, we have this question mark as to whether the EU is going to find a qualified majority at the summit late next week in order to go ahead with what the Commission has described as a reparations loan for Ukraine.